Here we are again. Todd Mendelsohn, Mr. Black Eyes. Don't fight the system, all right? So today, another bodybuilding secrets we're going to go over. No sense in paying any more gurus. I'm just going to tell you what the fuck is up. Today we're going to go over the term lifting heavy. The term was never described completely correct because people always said, oh, if you want to get big, you got to lift heavy. Go heavy. Go heavy, do low reps. It was never explained correctly. If you want to go heavy, the only way to lift the weight correctly is to incorporate your fast twitch fibers, not your slow twitch fibers. Let's take an example real quick of a sprinter out of the gate. They explode out of the gate. They have compensatory acceleration in the middle of the movement. And then towards the end of the track, they're going faster. And they've gone faster than they did out of the gate or even in the middle of the movement or even 9/10 of the way that they're accelerating. Look at their leg development. Look at a long distance runner's leg development. There's not a lot of muscle mass there. So the explosion out of the gate, a compensatory acceleration in the middle of the movement, and a hard lockout and squeeze is what we're looking for. It's the only way you can actually stimulate your fast twitch fibers, which I call them your white muscle fibers or whatever. I'm going to call them your big growth fibers. It's how men get really, really big. I watched a video when I was young, I don't know, maybe 19, 20 years old, and it was of Lee Haney. I ordered the video. He never explained what he was doing, but he ran us through his workout, and he showed us him working out with Ty the Rope Felder, I think that's his name. And it was interesting to watch whenever there was a lat pull down or whenever time there was a bench press. I noticed it was always slow coming down, but the upstroke had a lot of speed to it. A lot of speed in the middle. He never described that. Later on in life, I finally ran into a massive power lifter, massive, and he told me, Todd, if you want to get big, thick muscle, you need to incorporate an explosion out of the gate with speed in the middle and a hard lockout and a squeeze. But you have to make sure that your negative on the downstroke is terribly incorporated, because if you don't resist the downstroke, you missed out on a lot of the stuff, because your downstroke is where we're trying to pull muscle fibers apart. Like if you take a piece of steak, if you just kind of like have the steak all folded in half and then you just kind of flop it like that, that's resembling your muscle. That's you doing a flopping downstroke. Let bench press. That's weak. It needs to be push against all the way down, push against the weight, push against the weight, push against the weight, and then explode and squeeze it up right there. We're looking to, you grab the steak, I grab the steak, we pull the steak tight so it's like it's flexed, all right? We're going to pull it tight. We're going to start pulling on it until the fibers actually start pulling apart. Now we pulled apart muscle fibers. 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, they're back together. Sorry my nails are dirty, but I do fucking work too. I work hard also. I clean them up. Get over it, haters. We've pulled fibers apart, and you need to have time and protein to remend that back together, okay? I don't even know what I'm talking about on this segment. I have so many segments to talk about. Oh, that's right. The fast twitch fiber. If you get stuck in the middle of that movement, Mr. AD Deer, 4 minutes and 42 seconds, hold on, all right? I'm getting to the good stuff. If you get stuck in the middle of that movement, it can turn into your toning and shaping fibers, all right? Which you want to have speed in the middle. Speed. I used to be able to only bench press 315 for 3 reps, so I backed it off and went back to 225 and figured, let me start working on the speed in the middle, and eventually got to 225 for 20 reps because I learned how to do speed in the middle. Then I finally put 315 on there to see how many I could do. Lo and behold, I could do 10 or 12. Because if I could do 20 with 225, it makes sense that I should be able to do 315 for 10. Well, eventually the 225 became more and more and more and more. Eventually it got to be 315 for 26 reps. So, and that's a testament because there was pro wrestlers in the gym watching that day. I remember one of the bushwhackers looked at me after I got done with that 315 for 26 reps, and he says, "God darn, mate, how many reps was that?" And I said, "Well, that was 26 today because last week was 25." So there was speed in the middle. I really learned how to incorporate the white fiber, and it made me stronger and stronger every fucking week. There was no doubt. And the mass came on. I mean, I went up to 280 pounds from 215. Don't get me wrong. I was sucking down 7,500 to some days 10,000 calories. And, I mean, it wasn't all a lot of weight gainer drinks and stuff like that. But I didn't care. I wanted to get massive. So, 6 minutes, 22 seconds. Are you still with me? Concentrate. I'm having fun making these. There's going to be videos every day. I would share these videos with your buddies because I'm going to tell you what it is. You want to get back to that 3 grams of protein per lean body mass, and let me just give you a little example. You can look up Jay Cutler's videos of eating, and he's describing to you in his car driving, I eat a pound of fish every meal, and that's 7 meals a day. You figure it out for yourself. Those, I think, were his exact words. You watch a Ronnie Coleman video of that person that preps his food for him. They were wrapping up and weighing out 1 pound turkey, and they put them in tinfoil and roll them up for the guy to take for the day. And I think he was in his police outfit, dipping it in barbecue sauce, just wolfing it down. But it's all about, if you want to get ultimately massive, it's all about the pounds of food, and protein is what builds muscle. It makes you anabolic. It stops the catabolism. Protein is what does it. Your carbohydrates, they're great. I mean, they're a cosmetic appearance of whether or not you're going to look full or flat for the day. We'll have another segment on how to look somewhat full but not flat, how to burn body fat, how to keep your glycogen levels half full, and also keep your liver glycogen basically empty so you're constantly running off your body fat. We need to have one on coconut oil, MCT oil, the whole stuff. All right, 8 minutes, 10 seconds. I mean, how did you do? Did you absorb? People look at themselves. I know you're still on. You're looking at me. Look at the jaw on that guy. Look at the head on that guy. All right. But the black eyes, I just don't understand. What's wrong? All right. See you guys later. Till next video.